Welcome, everyone, to our April 6th TOTL Monday meetup. Happy Easter, everyone. This week is a week off school for some of our kids in Saskatchewan this week. So my son is home today, but my daughter reminded me she's now a university student. No week off for university students this week, but finals start this week. So, depending on how your week is going, that could be a little bit different than normal for you too. So, I'm glad you're here watching us, whether you're watching live or watching the recording. I'm happy you're here. We have lots to share with you today, and I'm going to kick it over to Lindsay, who's going to start today's TOTL Monday meetup.
Awesome. Okay, hi everybody, and hope everybody had a great Easter weekend. What I love about holiday weekends is we're usually cooking more or with more people or bigger things. So that means lots of planovers, right? I like to call them planovers because when you plan with your not leftovers, planovers, when you plan for your meals, you end up throwing away much less and saving yourself money, right? So I actually have a ham bone that I had from Christmas, not Easter, not this weekend. So it's not a fresh ham bone, but I thought we'd do it today because many of you might have fresh ham bones. But it's been sitting in my freezer in a silicone bag. So threw it into a silicone bag. At Christmas, and it's going to go to my pressure cooker. So just a thunk like that right into now my ham bone. I took it only out this morning, so it's still a little bit frozen, but that's still going to be okay for flavor. Now, what's awesome, you guys, I don't know if anybody makes their own stock generally, but if you don't, then being able to make your stock in the pressure cooker is something that if you've never done it before, it's so easy. So you should start, and then you're really dealing with some food waste. And if you normally make your stock by boiling it for hours and letting it sit and let all that fat come up and all that kind of jazz, both with your turkey carcasses, your chicken carcasses, and your ham bones, really great way to save yourself time and get more flavor is the pressure cooker. So the pressure cooker is a really great um, cooking utility for really packing in flavor because you're going to get this really small space and all that flavor staying in. You're not releasing it kind of with boiling and steam coming off. That flavor is staying in. So I've just added the ham bone right in, and I don't have a ton. I'm going to do a bit of a soup today, but I didn't have on hand what I normally have on hand for soup. So normally I would add some celery in here too. I had some onions and some shallot, so I'm gonna add those. And then I've got some carrot. Now I didn't cut my carrot because I took out our chef knife. Now I'm gonna grab, you know what, my sheath is in the, I'm gonna grab one of the other knives to show you the sheath. If you haven't seen these yet, they're so great. So Tupperware redesigned our knives recently, and what's awesome about these ones is you can see I'm really pulling, and there is a lock. So there's a lock on these ones that's so easy to open, just a thumb. Connect, and when you're connecting it back, the lock's right in place. So you don't need to worry about having them in your drawer and little hands getting in there, or your hands not realizing and it's slipping off because it's going to keep right away. It also, new sheaths also have holes at the top. So you could choose to hang your knives instead of putting them in a drawer as well, which is awesome. So I love these guys so much. They come on each side as well. You can see on that side just looks plain, but on this side where you can see the knife itself, it also shows you the type, hard to see in this light, I know you guys, but you can see the type of knife. So I know that's a serrated knife based on that as opposed to, oh, another serrated one. Now I'm gonna have to dig in there to show you. This is dirty. It was sitting in my sink, as opposed to the chef knife you can see is flat. The bread knife, also serrated. Okay, so I did take out my chef knife though to show you how awesome, come back here a little bit, how awesome it is to cut. And I've got some carrots in here, and I know it's hard. I wish you could see here. This is the reason you want to have team cooking parties in your house, inviting people over, because seeing something on video like these knives, you can probably tell it's slicing through so easily, but when someone really feels it in person, they're going to need this knife. knife, right? So I've got carrots to go in. And then I took out my garlic press because I wanted to show you the garlic press. One of my favorite utensils, gadgets in the kitchen because it does so many things. So I've got a few garlic cloves here, and I just wanted to show you a few of the things that it can do. One is that if you put your whole clove in here, so I haven't cut anything off, you can smash it. So that makes it easy for two reasons. One, if you want to roast these smashed like this is something that you could do roasting here. Or if you just want to make your peeling super easy, smashed it and then peeled it. Away you go. That was so easy. Besides me picking it up, I haven't actually touched it with my fingers. Um, and you could do the same thing here. Now, the other thing that's great, you'll be able to see here. Oh, it's going to be hard to see here. I'm going to try. How can I? There we go. So can you see those three holes along the top of the garlic press when I put my hand there? So if they disappear there, it's hard against the black. Then those are actually for your herbs. So you've kind of got all in one with your garlic press because your herbs you can strip as well. So you've got your basil, your parsley, all that kind of jazz, and you can strip that. So I'm going to go ahead now mince that garlic right into my soup. How awesome is that? So in some instances, you just want to leave it smashed and away you go. So I'm just going to scrape it right off. And now, there's always a little bit left from the hard outer shell, especially if you've got old garlic. And so easy to peel and go right into your compost. Now, so depending, of course, garlic is something I think you measure with your heart, right? So I'm going to put a few more garlic pieces in as well. But the other thing that's going to go in, this is a great time for soup. So whether you're just making stock or you're making a full soup. So if I was doing a turkey breast or a turkey bones, a carcass, or a chicken carcass, I would just do my stock and filter out all those bones and then make soup afterwards. With the ham bone, you can do a little bit more because you've got some ham right on that bone. You want that flavor, and I can actually do right away make the soup so it's ready to go. So I wanted to show you as well. I was just gonna, this is a cabbage, so I had a little bit of cabbage left. So again, you're gonna throw into your soup whatever works, right? And how easy with this knife. So that's gonna go into, and then I'm gonna do a can of lentils because I had that on hand. So if you were drying your lentils, I'm gonna show you this can opener. Our can opener isn't available right now. But I wanted to show you it so that you're ready. And you probably have people on the wish list that will tell you that they want a can opener. So that a really great idea is to make sure whenever someone tells you they want something, you're writing it down. And a great idea is an address book. So you can write C under C instead of for a last name or Cindy, you're going to say C for can opener. And so when the can comes back out, you can flip to your C's in your address book and see who all needed the can opener. And then you've got a list of people to call right away. So most important position of the can opener is legs open and then you're straight down. And I always like to say, it kind of looks like a little eye, right? So this is how I remember. So when you're putting, you see that dot, the can is the dot of the eye and this is the leg, right? So because this is what's going to happen when people won't know how to use this counter. That's always happens. And so what you do is you place it down and it looks like a little letter I, but of course legs are open. So it's really important for me. What's that? An exclamation mark. That's how you remember. Thanks, Cindy. I know that one's okay, so then it's just around, around, around. Now, if you were looking closely and if we were together in person, I would have someone be doing this and then I would be quiet because it is so important. Now, you won't be able to hear it from there for people to let people using the can opener for this time talk because they're going to say something like, oh my goodness, it's not working. And that's because there is no blade, right? So our Tupperware can opener does not have a blade because we don't actually need to cut cans open. What Tupperware is so good at is sealing and unsealing things. And all we need to do is unseal cans. So there's two steps here. You can see it doesn't look like it's open and someone using it for the first time will be very confused. So there's this little nose. So back to most important position, legs open. And then you're going to close those legs with the nose right on the edge and lift up. And if you, I don't know if you could see, I might not have gone slow enough. there was glue pieces coming up. So I didn't know until I started with Tupperware that cans are glued together. So all we need to do is unseal them. So I'm going to drain this and rinse the lentils before I put them into the soup. And then I'm just going to add water up to the fill line, which is about an inch from the top. Now, what's awesome about the pressure cooker, I'm going to just tell you about these safety features before I put it in, and then it's going to go in for about 30 minutes. And then I'm going to have soup ready to go, a really flavorful soup, all with leftovers. So if you haven't already thrown your ham bone away, don't. Um, you can actually, really use it and make sure that you're saving your dollars and your dollars are going towards fun things with your families instead of your grocery budget. So what's awesome about the pressure cooker and how it keeps the pressure in, it's got a silicone ring in the middle here. And this is also one of the safety features. The reason it's removable is because if something were to happen, some people, when you talk to them about pressure cookers will say, I don't want a pressure cooker. I'm scared of them. And that's because they've seen horror stories of pressure cookers blowing up and being opened too soon. And the Tupperware pressure cooker has so many safety features. So this silicone ring, if the pressure ever were to get too much, it would fold in on itself and fall into the pressure cooker, allowing air to come out the side so it's never going to blow up. Now, the other safety features about it is there's three holes actually. So one is where you see the red indicator here. That red indicator is going to go up like a tea kettle while it's in the microwave, and the steam's going to come out of it and kind of whistles too sometimes. And then on the opposite side here is another air vent. So you can see I'm pushing my finger through with it too. Air is going to come out of there. And then there's a third one. And the third one is going to be here. I'm going to put my hand in front of it so you can see. Maybe it's hard on this light, but it is right here, and it's going to get covered by the locking mechanism. And so I'm going to go ahead and put the seal onto this pressure cooker. And here's the locking mechanism. It's going in and it's covering up that little hole that I pointed out. And so no air is going to come out of there when it comes time to pressurize, right? So all of that pressure is going to happen, but it is a fail safe for when we unlock it. If there was any extra steam happening, then it would come out of there. But the lock also works that it is locked in place. So this cover is going nowhere. Everything's staying inside, right? So I'm going to go ahead and open it back up, put my lentils in, the rest of the cabbage, and it's going to go into the microwave for 30 minutes, and I'll show you guys once it's done.
Okay, that looks like such an easy way to use up a ham bone, but also make more meals out of one, right? Kind of stretching the food dollar bill. Thank you, Lindsay, for sharing that and all those great tips on the pressure cooker. Now, if you're thinking, I'd like some recipes I'd like to make in my pressure cooker this week, but I don't have a ham bone right now, we do have a customer group called Tupperware pressure cooker. And you could go check out that customer group, Tupperware pressure cooker with top of line. Go to that customer group. There's albums in there filled with recipes and more information to kind of show you the safety features that Lindsay was talking about. But also on the wall, several of you have shared recipes in there too that might give you an idea to use in your pressure cooker this week. I'm curious, when you think about the last month, what have you guys made in your pressure cooker? If you can comment in the chat, I'd love to hear what you guys are making in your pressure cooker right now, and we can kind of share ideas here. But Lindsay talked about the events and team cooking parties and seeing some of these products in person. So I wanted to flip to our top of the line Facebook group right now. So when you go to our top of the line Facebook group, it'll look a little bit different on your phone if that's how you access this. But if you can see it here, across the top, we'll have events. Now, if you're on your phone, you might need to scroll left or right to see them, but you click on events and you can see all of the events listed. So right now we're in TOTL Monday Meetup. Tonight there is a Tupperware Bingo in Verdon. And then later tonight, there's a Zoom called Fresh Start, where actually our one and only Cindy Powell will be sharing her story tonight. So you're definitely going to want to check that out. But if we keep scrolling through, there's lots of different events. We have an event in Kitchener, Swift Current, and you have to click see more to see more. We have one in Low Farm, Manitoba, Indian Head, Swan River, etc. Or you could see previous events too. Now, when you click on an event, and I'll just click on the one in Indian Head, Saskatchewan, when you click on this event, you'll see all sorts of different event details. So this one has an image, which has a bunch of different details for the event. It's not showing the best on my screen right now. Let me see. Okay. Anyway, doors open at 6:30. It starts at 7. This one is a Tupperware bingo hosted by myself and Diana. $10 gets you a piece of Tupperware and a free bingo card. And here are the event details. Now, you can scroll on to any of these events to see the event details, but here's the great thing about this. All of these events posted on our Top of the Line Facebook group are open to everyone in Top of the Line. So you could scroll through this events list and see, okay, where do I have customers? Where do I have team? Where do I have family or friends? Where might I have a party host or someone in my party and they might want to come? And you can invite them to the event. So let's say you invite to the Swift Current event because you have some team members there. Well, here's all the event details you can share with them. And then here's where you would RSVP. So whether or not you're able to attend, you can invite people to attend this event. So if you happen to have a host who's hosting a party right now, or a family member or friend or a team member, and they plan to attend the Swift Current event, you would comment here to let the organizers, Kathy and Ashley, know. But then you might also want to reach out to Ashley and let her know, hey, I have a host who's hosting a Tupperware party. Her name is Rhonda. She's planning to come with 3 guests. And why would you do that? Well, just to let Ashley know, because if she's planning the event, it's much easier to plan for an event if you know more people are coming. But also, she might want to bring some extra catalogs for them or extra MPL postcards or extra gifts or food to plan for the demo. So it just helps with the planning purposes to know how many people are coming. But the great thing is, no matter which event your guests, your team, your customers, your host, your family attend, you benefit with if they decide to host a party, the party is yours. If they decide to join Tupperware, they're joining on your team. If they decide to submit an order, they're submitting an order with you. And that's really where we are TOTL Better Together because no matter which event they attend, you're going to benefit. Now, the other cool thing is in featured, so you could look at this on your phone or on your computer. And if you click on featured and scroll to our calendar, we also have a calendar of events if you prefer to look at it this way, or maybe you have someone who's not on Facebook and you want to look at it a little differently. So I'm just scrolling down to calendar. So we have a monthly calendar that shows the view of everything happening in the month. And if our events got scheduled prior to the month starting, then they're posted in here. But we have a real live calendar. It's our top of the line calendar. And you can actually copy and paste this. If you're on an iPhone, you copy and paste this link right here into your iPhone calendar app. And all of our top of the line events will pre-populate and be right in your calendar. Okay, so I'm going to copy and paste this and add it to the chat because you can copy this link right in your calendar and have all of our events pre-populate into your calendar on your phone. Now, why would you want to do that? Well, if you like to use the calendar on your phone, now all of the TOTL Monday meetups are there. Anytime there's a price drop on a Tuesday or Thursday, it's already on your calendar and ready for you. So you don't need to think about it and everything is right there. So I like to work smarter, not harder. I like to have everything in place and I don't need to think about it too much. So I'm curious how many of you have the TOTL calendar on your app on your phone. Comment in the chat how many of you want to get it added. Let's get it added so that you never miss a deadline, event, challenge, or anything like that. Now, speaking of events, last week I had the privilege of doing an event in Eleanor's kitchen. She invited me to spend the night, which I loved. And we shared some super yummy recipes there. So hopefully you saw the post on top of the line. Because one of the things after you do an event, and as Lindsay mentioned, team cooking parties, you can actually host one anywhere across Canada. So I'd love to see every single one of you on here inviting one friend over this week to make a yummy recipe of your choice. But we had one last week in Eleanor's house, and afterwards I posted all of the photos so that you could take advantage of them. And the great thing about posting photos after an event, you might not have had people attend, and they can take advantage of what you did at the event because they can see all the recipes you made, see Tupperware in action, and they might want to buy something too. So, Eleanor said she would share a delicious recipe that she loves to make in her kitchen, and I'm going to spotlight her and turn it over to Eleanor. Eleanor, that view is familiar. I was sitting there last week, but I'm excited for you to share today.
Yes. Hi, Cora. Thank you. I know that was just a few days ago. That was so good. So, yeah, and I have the events calendar on my phone now because Cora helped me set it up. So, it really is nice. It's something I thought that was just another thing to add to my phone, but it is really good. So, thank you. Thanks, Cora. Okay, so I'm gonna make a meal. Mostly I make it recipe with my heart. So I tried to measure things out so that I could share some kind of recipe with you. So I have the stack cooker, and lots of you have seen different things made in it, chicken and cake. And so I'm going to make a taco rice meal is what I'll call it. And okay, so there's different things in the stack cooker, which lots of you know about already. So I'm just going to move them over because all I'm going to use is the base and the top for melting the cheese at the end. So, okay, so mostly I am using, well, pretty much everything is from my freezer, and some things are from leftover, like the corn, from what I used on at Easter on Saturday when my kids were over. So I keep done hamburger meat in my freezer meat. I like it in the stackable because it stays together. So I know, and I have one. Okay, I'll just show you the top here. So I have 1 pound in each layer. So what I like to do, because I like half pound for my meals, for most of my meals, so I just kind of have a divider in there, and then it's easy to take half out. And then I know I have about 1 pound left and 2 more meals after today. So I already have half made. It's been out of the freezer a few minutes, so it comes out of there easily. So I will just put it in my stack cooker. And okay, so that is that. And then, so that's half a pound of hamburger meat and rice. So I measured a third cup of rice and I soaked it. I know Cora has said she doesn't ever soak her rice, but my box tells me to soak it. So I do. And I'm not quite sure why. Well, I guess some of the starch comes out. I don't really know if that matters to me, but sometimes I do follow a recipe a little bit, and that's one of the things I do. So that is a third cup of rice, and that is uncooked rice. So you need liquid to cook the rice. So I think I'll add the water last or towards the end so that I know about how much to make. So I have 2 cups of salsa. So I finished off my container of salsa. So I will add this. Yeah, I think that should be a good amount. You can add more or less depending on how much salsa you like. And then containers need to be rinsed before you recycle them. So what I do is add a bit of water to the last little bit of salsa that's in here, and I can just use it, and then I already have some water to cook the rice and everything together. So that might be even close to what I need. I'll still rinse it a little bit more before I recycle that, but most of it is already in my container, and I'm not wasting any or very little. And okay, so I have some corn, and this is left over from our ham and scalloped potatoes. That is the one thing we made, scalloped potatoes at our event on Thursday. And that is what I used with my kids on Saturday. Okay, so that's however much corn you want. I don't know. That's probably about half a cup, maybe 3/4. And I had a few things in my freezer that I like to add. I like lots of vegetables. So I have corn here. I mean, carrots. I already added corn. Carrots that I added. The carrots weren't great anymore, so I decided to slice them up in my Great Master and put them in the freezer. I steamed them a bit. And so, I don't know. I guess I could try to measure here. So that's a good half a cup. I love vegetables, and you get more when you add vegetables, especially vegetables like carrots that are more inexpensive. Okay, so that is that. I'm gonna use the compact chopper and add my half pepper. So I really like it that Lindsay shared about the knives because I was thinking whenever I use a knife, I feel like I have to talk about it. And if I demo the knives in a party, guaranteed there will be some buying. I think it's a little bit too full. Let's see. Yeah, I it doesn't slice if it's too full. There we go. I guess it caught the blade. So just one little out and then 5 cloves. Perfect. So add peppers. So the original recipe called for peppers and corn, and I like to add whatever vegetable you have. So if there's something you don't like, one thing I've discovered recently is cabbage, and I do have a bit of cabbage from the coleslaw I made. So I'm going to add cabbage to this too. And then I think that will be it. Just measure with the heart, right? So when we hear Cora talk about all these different things, and okay, so my hamburger meat isn't quite thawed, so we'll just kind of. So what I do, because I'm going to cook this in the microwave, you can do it on the stove. The recipe originally was made with the stove, on the stove. I love it in the microwave. So I will start with about 5 minutes. Let it get heated up, give it a stir, because you want the rice cooked, right? So it takes probably about 15 minutes in the microwave. Kind of stir it, and I will add a little bit more water. That's, you don't want too much, but you still got to have enough to get it cooking. So I think that is it, and then I will add cheese towards the end as it is cooked. Also have cheese in my freezer, mate, that I think is almost done. So that is it. I will put it in the microwave and share it later.
Okay, that recipe looks delicious, Eleanor. And one thing I remember from Eleanor's kitchen, when you open up her freezer, it's all freezer mates. She showed you her freezer mate with the grated cheese, pre-grated cheese. Why not grate a bunch, have it ready to go, and then yeah, I'm gonna spotlight you again so we can see that one.
Okay.
Yeah, like look at that. It's all ready to go, and she has it all pre-measured, ready to go for her different recipes that she's making. And same with the ground beef too, pre-cooked and ready to go. And then now carrots, geez, you could like cook something on a moment's notice in Eleanor's kitchen. That's awesome.
5, 10 minutes and you got a meal made.
5 or 10 minutes. I love it. I was actually thinking today I had a leftover veggie tray because we didn't eat all the veggies yesterday because we had, pierogies and cabbage rolls and all the other sorts of good things. I should chop up those veggies if they're starting to, if I think they might go bad in the next day or, well, I should actually eat them. But if I'm not going to eat them, I should chop them up and put them in a silicone bag, just like Eleanor had, because then I could have them to use for different things. Like if I'm going to make the ham bone soup, like Lindsay's sharing, or to make a recipe like Eleanor has, then I have those ingredients and I'm not spending more money in the grocery store. And I think that's a tip that we can share with our customers on how they can stretch their food dollar. So I really like that. And something that both Eleanor and Lindsay shared was about the knives a couple weeks ago when we did my mom's Tupperware party, and she was expecting no one at the party to want or need Tupperware because that's you kind of expect that when you get to a certain age you have everything you need in your kitchen already. She demoed the Tupperware knives, and 100% of the people in the party, just like Eleanor says, like people will buy knives when they're demonstrated. And all three ladies who were in her kitchen bought a Tupperware knife. So I highly recommend that if you're like, what should I demo with my friends coming over? Pull out the knives and let them cut cucumbers or bread or something because you will sell the knives. All right. You might have seen Muriel's post on our Top of the Line Facebook group about her brand new kitchen, her brand new home. And she's going to share about an upcoming sale we have. And I'm just going to spotlight her. There she is. Muriel, we're excited for you to share with us today.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to my pantry. This is probably one of the biggest highlights of my new house. I was so excited to get it organized, and you too can start your collection of modular mates whenever. I probably got all of these modular mates and access mates and whatever else I have in here by like hosting my own parties or collecting orders over a month, by having like a party link open in my office account all the time. So when I send a link to someone they want to purchase something, and they don't feel like booking a party or getting a membership of their own, I just send them my link and I accumulate orders that way and get lots of free and half price Tupperware. So I've gotten, yeah, all of this is probably ended up being free or half price or won from some sort of event or earned. So anyways, I have all of my modular mates and some canister sets here. And what I did when we planned out where we're going to put our shelves and stuff, I measured to make sure that it is at least a number 5 height. So this is probably an oval number 5. So I made sure because that's the highest modular mate that you can get is a number 5. So I made sure that everything could fit on our shelves. And then I have some of the new One Touch, the Ultra Clear, sorry, here. And then I have lots of access mates. Some of the onion bins that I don't really use for onions, we just use for snacks and things like that. So it's really easy access and everything, not everything is labeled, but I have lots of labels on different things. So it kind of helps us, anybody who comes and preps something in my kitchen can easily find anything. One thing that I wanted to show you are the marshmallows, you guys. So I put those marshmallows in, I opened up a few bags and I put them in a modular mate. So this was in November. So that's like 5 months, right? 5.5 months. And these are still super fluffy and chewy, and good to eat. So you are going to save space, waste, taste, time, and money with your modular mates. Things just last and last and last. Another one is your brown sugar will thank you when you put them in a modular mate because it's going to stay fluffy and moist. You don't need to add a piece of bread or an apple in there to get. I used to do that, to get it moist again and fluffy. So I really love that. Oh, somebody's stealing cookies. Look what happened when I turned my back. Somebody's stealing some cookies. So I want to just show you what I mean by, kind of figuring out what you need in your pantry. Oops, already grabbed that one. This. Okay, no. This one. Okay, so let's move this here for you guys. This, like this, like this. Okay, so modular mates are kind of Legos for adults, right? They're modular, so that means that they're made to like stack on top of each other and make everything fit to your needs. So this is the 5, the 4, the 3, the 2, the 1. So if I put a 2 with a 1, it equals a 3, right? So it's the same height and it's modular, so it kind of creates a square, right? And then if I put a 3 with a 1, it equals the 4. And if I put the 4 with a 1, it equals your 5. So depending on how high your pantry size is and your drawers or how deep they are, I chose to do a very shallow so that I don't need to like take things out to get to something. So I kind of like that they're a shallow shelf, right? So you can mix and match. If you have a higher, you can make sure that you utilize all of that space to equal what you need, right? So if I wanted to stack some even underneath here, I could take a number 5 and a number, they're on the bottom, and number 3. So I have space here for an 8. So if I wanted to, I could put modular mates on the bottom as well. Maybe eventually I'll get to there if I see that I need more modular mates. Some aren't used yet, but they're ready. They're ready to go if I see the need for them. And it kind of it takes time to figure out what you need and what you're missing. So we will see with time, but you can see that I have space for an 8 here, right? And then a 5, and I could probably go higher on the top shelf, but I am short. So I prefer to keep them accessible for myself so I don't have to reach as far or ask anybody for help or grab a bench or anything like that. So there you go. I'm really pleased with my modular mates, and I could not live without them. They keep everything fresh. They're saving me money because I'm not throwing away a half-eaten bag of chips or crackers, right? Like crackers are always ready to go. Yes, they're getting low, but I can see through them. So I know that I have to stock up on these Breton crackers, right? So everything's ready to go. My family knows that if you open a package, put the rest in a modular mate right away because we don't want them to get stale, right? They just know and they know what to look for. They know where to find the noodles if they want to cook themselves in the pasta maker or something like that. Everything's ready to go. People can see what's going on. So I hope that this helps you understand why you need to start building your modular mate collection. And being organized makes me so happy. And I know that it will make everybody else happy and yourselves if you start your own collection now too, because just just look at it, like it just feels good. It feels really good to know where everything is, everything has its place. And I know that I'm saving space. I'm getting rid of, extra packaging that I don't need and everything just yeah, I know that the taste will stay as well, right? So there you have it. So if you guys have any questions, please reach out. But you too can start your modular mate collection as of now, right? Start building now.
I love that, Marielle. And because Marielle shared her photos on our Top of the Line Facebook group, you can grab those photos and post that on your timeline in your customer group, or pardon me, in your parties, in your customer group, yeah, your VIP group. And you could say, who has pantry goals like this? And see who wants to, which of your customers want to start purchasing modular mates now, right? Maybe one set at a time, or like Muriel said, why not get it free or half price? They might date a party with you to get it for free or half price. I love that. Now, this takes me to our master product list. Now, many of you probably go here, so I'm just going to share my screen for a second. Many of you probably go to our master product list. I probably go here a couple of times or several times a day. I think you can see it. And we have a new feature that I wanted to share with all of you. So if you just scroll down when you're here, of course, we want to share the bundle information right away because we want people to know what they get when they join Tupperware. But when you get to the section that says jump to the following sections. All of these are clickable. So when you click on one of these, it will take you right to that section. One of the new sections we have is upcoming promotions. So I want to click on that so you can see the upcoming promotions section. Okay. And when you're on one of these heading pages, you could click here and go back to the index if you wanted to. And I'm sharing this with you because this might help you to use this tool, the MPL, the Master Product List, just a little bit easier. So again, this is upcoming promotions. So we can see that Thursday, April 9th, we have the Mini Impressions Bowl coming. So when something is listed in here as an upcoming promotion, this means that we can start sharing these with customers now. Now, we do know that often on Tuesdays and Thursdays, there are surprise price drops. Those we don't know about in advance, but the Mini Impressions Bowls we do. As well, we have this flyer that we know about, right? This flyer goes from April 9th to the 22nd. So in 2026, we have a mid-month flyer that goes for the 2 weeks in the middle of the month. But this means we can start sharing these offers today. We don't need to wait until April 9th. So we could collect pre-orders today, or if we have a party coming up, we can let them know what sales will be on at their party. So the host can start letting their friends, family, customers know that for their party between April 9th and 22nd, that modular mates are going to be 25% off, right? All right, this is going to be part 2 of the recording for our April 6th, 2026 TOTL Monday meetup, but we're going to head back to Lindsay.
Okay, so just quickly, you guys, the soup came out of the microwave. So I just wanted to show what the indicator looks like. So you can see here, the indicator is up. And if you listen, I'll stop talking. If you listen really closely, can you hear that air coming out? So we're waiting until the indicator falls back down, and that is what tells us it's safe to open. So you don't normally want to do this, and you actually don't want to do this for safety reasons, but also because it's still cooking. So this time that it's depressurizing is appropriate time for cooking as well. So you don't want to speed up the cooking time of what it's supposed to be doing, keeping all that flavor in. But just to show you that there's pressure there, you can see all that steam that comes up, right? So, okay, so we'll tune back in once it's done.
Awesome. Thank you, Lindsay. All right. So I'm excited to see how that recipe finishes up. But right now, I'm going to turn it over to Lorna because who doesn't love a good offer from Tupperware? And I'm going to spotlight you, Lorna. Go for it.
Good afternoon and welcome to my kitchen. One of the first things that I do every month as I'm preparing for my month, the first couple days, is I make sure that I look at the party perks to see what's available that I can earn throughout the month or what I can help my team earn through the month. And so one of the things this month is the new Big T Flip. And it's not really new, it's just rebranded, the Big T Flip. And so you can see my whole collection here with my big teas. And these are actually Explorus tumblers, Explorus flip containers. So they're the same type of, this is the container that's been rebranded as the Big T Flip. And so it has a round circle thing here. And so you flip it down. Did you see me do that? You flip it down and then you push the button. Yep, you push the button, push it at the bottom, and it flips up, hence the name, Big T Flip. And so, oh, it's really hard to see. It's got like a spout and a hole that you can drink from. So whether you want to use this for a hot drink or a cold drink, either one works well with it. You close it and you flip the round thingy back up. I'm sure there's a name for it. You flip it back up, and that's going to keep it so that it's going to be liquid proof. It's not going to leak all over your bag or all over your backpack or on your computer or anything like that. And then when you look at the colors, look at how much the colors, because I had my computer set up and now it's all kind of messed up. There we go. So the colors, look at the colors, how much they're the same, right? We've got our marigold, looks like the bottom of this one. And then we've got the celery or the light green here. And the blue is pretty close to the daybreak blue. And so it is really a big collection that you can have. You've got your big tea. I call it my little tea. And now I'm going to be able to get the flip tea, flip big tea. Now it's not going to be in these colors. It's going to be, the celery is the main color of the one that's offered. And you can get yours when you submit $600 before Wednesday night. That's when this offer is over. And I believe you're able to get it for $15. You're able to get a Big T Flip rebranded, but another tumbler to add to your collection. So whether you're going traveling and you've got your cold water and your coffee and maybe another cold drink or maybe a cup of tea, something like that, you're all set to go with all of your tumblers that are not going to leak in your bags. You're going to have a wonderful warm, hot, or cold drink, whatever your preference is. So make sure that you get your orders in, talk to your team, make sure that they know as well. $600 in orders before Wednesday night, that closing Wednesday night, and you can earn yours for $15. Thanks, Cora.
Okay, thanks, Lorna. I love that. Now, the color of the new Big T Flip is very similar to the celery that you have on the side there. And it's that, those are the two different colors. So it's kind of cool. Like if you match up the picture to your celery one at home, it matches those two colors, the mint and the main color celery. And so if you're like, what color is it? That's what I would look at. And look at how they all match together. Like Lorna said, what outfit are we going to need to match our new Big T Flip, right? And some of our customers like the flip. You notice Betty in the chat, she's talking about how the flip is the one that she likes because it's easy to have it all. You're not twisting it or opening it, you're just flipping it. And so different customers like different options. And I love that Tupperware is rebranding this to be part of the Big T collection for us to expand our customer base. Now, speaking of expanding our customer base, I wanted to show you. So Lorna talked about her going to party perks when the month when the month starts. And that's what I like to do too. And if you go right on our top of the line Facebook group, you can see the Big T flip is right here. So it's $15 for the one with $600 order. Now, if you go back over here into the albums, I like to go to albums when I'm looking for what's in it for me. And if I click on albums, I'm going to go right to the Party Perk album. I don't know if this is how you guys find what you're looking for, but I like to go right to the Party Perk album, and it's just a little bit of a scroll. And right here is Party Perks, nice big letters. So this shows you everything that's available for the month, just like what Lorna was talking about. And the Big T flip will be in here, of course. But did you guys notice this? This is the dicer. So the dicer has not been available in Canada. This is the first time it's available in Canada, and we all can get it for just $25 or $20, pardon me. It's a $65 value. Now, a few people have asked, how can a customer get one? Super simple. A customer joins your team today for $20. They submit a $180 order, and then they can order theirs for just $20. Now, of course, that $180 can be their own product. So maybe they want to wait till Thursday and get their own modular mates at the discount because we talked about that sale opening on Thursday. But imagine if they joined our team today and did a party before Wednesday. Not only would they earn everything in the Ready, Set, Activate, but they would also earn the Big T flip for just $600, or, $600 party submitted before Wednesday. They would get this for $15 and they would get the dicer. Now, what I love about the dicer is if someone joins our team today, they qualify for the dicer with their first order of 180, but they actually get a second dicer when they welcome a new team member, and that new team member joins for just $20 as well and submits their 180 before the end of the month. So, in fact, everyone who joins our team right now to get one dicer actually gets two. And, why wouldn't you want two? One for the lake, one for home, one for on the go, one for in your kitchen. But these are all the different things that you can earn all month long. And if you keep scrolling through this album, it shows this is what you get when you submit $4,800 this month. Some of these are exclusive items. And when you step up a level, this is what you can earn. So if you're thinking, I really want to get some Chef Series or the Ultra Pro or the silicone bag with the silicone form set, this is when you're going to want to reach out to your director right now and say, what can I do to make sure that I am earning this at the end of the month? Because this is, some of these are exclusive products for just $20 and it's a $180 value. So definitely something you want to earn. But this is an album that I recommend going to at the beginning of every month, just like Lorna talked about, to see what's in it for me. And of course, every Thursday, sometimes there's new offers added to this. And so you definitely want to check that out. All right, I'm excited to turn it over to Dina now. And Dina's going to share with you something she's doing to increase her party sales and what you can do too.
Thanks, Cora. Hi, everyone. Welcome to my kitchen. Of course, I can never start talking about anything without mentioning the Big T and how it still doesn't leak, right? So keep that in mind. It's a good thing to demo, to show. Even if you just take a picture of your cup upside down, you're going to sell more and they're going to be on sale. Sweet deal. Anyway, so what I want to talk to you today about is how you can date more parties and how you can maybe get more sales in the parties that you have dated by using the products that you have already. So I've been a director for a while and I have a nice supply of products that I can use. But even if you're brand new, you have probably earned rewards from the Ready, Set, Activate program. Those vouchers that we can redeem for anything that we want. You may have earned a surprise pack for doing one of the challenges in the top of the line group. You may have already done a party and earned free or half price products. Now, maybe these things are not things that you need in your kitchen and you're wondering what you should do with them. Well, these are good products to use to date more parties. So when you talk to a friend or a potential hostess, you want to find out what their wish list is. And maybe they have something, or maybe they want something that you have in your little stash. So people like, for example, this the whatever these are called, the spice containers, right? Maybe you have a set of spice containers in your stash. So here would be a fun little thing. Okay, date a party with me and I will give you one spice container. Now, everybody knows that one spice container is not enough, but maybe you can hook them and say, I'll give you one for dating the party. And then as your sales increase, you can earn more of these so that you actually have the set. How cool would that be? Do you think that might be something that would work to get a hostess interested in having a party? It might also help them try harder to get more sales too, because they really want four and you're only going to give them one to start out with. So incentive to try harder. Um, so it's always good to talk to your hostess and find out what they want. So what I'm doing this month is I'm Voila Glass. So the last party that I had, I maximized my sales and that allowed me to order Premia Glass for free as hostess gifts, right? I used all the random orders that I got from my customers who don't want to party, don't want to join my team. I got customer orders from ads that I put on the buy and sell sites, and I put those all into my own party because nobody wanted to join or nobody wanted to get items, have a party of their own. So I use those sales and then I can get free product. So this month, or I mean, last month, I invested in buying the Voila glass, the 4 pieces that are available, the smaller ones. And as an incentive for dating, at the home party that I did last week, I offered a free piece of Voila glass to those who said yes to the party. This also helps the hostess because she wanted to earn the impressions set that's available right now. So you need $625 in sales and 2 datings. So for me, being able to offer something to the guests that are there, that they can get something for free just for saying yes and holding the party when they dated it for. So that was kind of one of the prerequisites, is that you pick a date and you hold true to that date. They will get the smallest size of the Voila glass. And as sales continue, probably going with the same reward levels that are available from Tupperware. So at $250, they would earn the second set or the second piece, $375 the third piece, and $625 the fourth piece. Now, because I got them for free and they're in my stock, I am able to give them away free. But I could also offer them at half price or give them a discount or say that each piece would cost $5 or $10. Whatever works for you. Like, you don't want to be losing money. If you bought this product, then of course you don't want to give it away because that's not helping you build your business. You want to use product that you've earned for free or half price and use those things to incentivize someone to join your team, of course, or date a party and hopefully help to build those sales to be good. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tina. And as you're watching TOTL Monday Meetup today, or as you're sharing with customers, if one of your customers reaches out to you and says, "Ooh, I'd really like to have this item," and it's not available for sale right now, if you happen to have it in your stock, that makes it a great item to offer for free or half price if they date a party with you. And if you still don't have it though, like maybe it's the can opener. Lindsay did a great job demoing the can opener earlier on today. Let's say someone wants the can opener, but you don't have it in stock, and you do feel, get out your address book like she suggested under the letter C, write the name, write the person who wants the can opener. So I would write Dina Carp under can opener, even though Dina begins with a D, can opener begins with a C. But then I would reach out to my director and say, "Hey, do you happen to have an extra can opener? Because I have a customer who would like to date a party for it." And you never know, your director might be willing to offer it to you as a challenge reward. So we love as directors to find out what products you need to help you grow your business. All right. I am excited to go back to Eleanor because I mean, I'm several hours away from Winkler, but I feel like I can like smell that cooking over here. It smells so good. Okay, Eleanor, let's see.
Okay, here it is. I think I added just a little too much liquid. I don't know if you can see the liquid, but yeah, the cabbage probably added some, but it's delicious. And the rice is done perfectly. So I did it for 5 minutes each, 5 minutes, and then I stirred it another 5 minutes. And then I added the cheese, and 3 minutes later, and this is it. So I'll let it sit a little bit and soak up the juices, and it's ready.
Okay, you guys, 13 minutes cooking time. I mean, there was some pre-prep involved because the meat was already cooked, but holy smokes, that's awesome, Eleanor. How many of us want to try Eleanor's recipe, right? Yes, I'm excited about that. Okay, Lindsay, let's go back to you because I want to see how yours turned out as well.
Okay, so I haven't opened it yet, you guys, because I wanted to show you, of course, safety first. When you're unlocking, you want to unlock away from you. So that hole's there. So as I said before, if there was anything excess, it would come out there. Nothing did, of course, because this indicator is all the way down. And so now I'm going to unlock it and again, open away from you because there's going to be lots of steam that comes up from something in your soup. Now, soup isn't, it's not going to look any particular way. But we've got a delicious, all our veggies are nice and cooked. Now we've got a really nice soup. And what I'll be able to do now that that ham bone is nice and got all the flavor from it, I'm going to be able to chuck away at some of that extra ham and put the ham pieces into the soup as well. And I've got a really beautiful lunch waiting for me.
Okay, I'm on my way, Lindsay. That smells good too. I feel like I can smell it through the steam coming out, right?
Yeah.
Oh, right. And so super simple. Simple recipes with Tupperware. And when we show these simple ideas off to our customers, that's when they want to make a purchase or host a party to get that pressure cooker or stack cooker for free or half price. So I challenge all of you to think, what could I make in my Tupperware this week? Post a picture up and share it in one of our customer groups and on our Top of Line Facebook group, and then with your customers as well, so that they know how they could save time, money, space, and waste with their Tupperware. So thank you all for being on today's TOTL Monday meetup. It's always a pleasure each and every Monday seeing all of you and learning from all of you. And I'm looking forward to this 1 week from today where we do it all over again.